Welcome back. This is part 2 of my Predator Head build. I'm going to start with creating the eyes. After settling on what size it would be, I utilized my punch set, but I tried to put it at an angle so I could leave the top part of the punch uncut. That way I can leave a small section of EVA foam so I could attach the eyes from the rear. I usually punch 1/3 the size of the eyes to create the pupils. After using contact cement to attach the pupils to the eyes, I attach the eyes from the back of the mask. I wasn't happy with the gum line between the inner top teeth, so I utilized some foam clay to get a little more volume. I cut a small square of 4mm EVA foam so I could create a neckline to attach his neck protector. While forming a small curvature in the bottom of the head, I put the neck in place and mark out the area where the contact cement would go. Using the heat gun to speed up the drying process. While maintaining the curvature, I attached the neck piece. I cut pieces of foam cork dowels slightly larger than the neck piece, and after spray painting in black, I attached them to the neck. Again, using the heat gun to speed up the drying process. The dowels were purposely cut longer than the neck so that I can get a more accurate cut after the fact. At this point, I thought all the structure was completed, besides the dreadlocks that is, and I wanted to get started with the painting. But later I realized I wanted a little more webbing between the mandibles and the jawline. I marked out the position of the hairline by poking the needle through the template as well as the EVA foam, then tracing it out with a pencil. To minimize the amount of touch-up painting I'd have to do, I covered up the neckline as well as the eyes. Using the same foam cork dowels that I did for the neckline, I got started on creating the dreads. I cut 6 pieces between 16 and 18 inches, and 6 pieces between 10 and 12 inches. I wonder how many of you were sharp enough to see that cup in the background and waiting on how long it would take me to knock it off the table. Using spray adhesive, I skinned the cork dowels with 2mm EVA foam. My hands were getting a little sticky from the spray adhesive, and I didn't want to go through that another 11 times, so I decided to use a little magic. I sprayed a sand base coat over the head, as well as a little antique white. Then I set up my palette with the colors I'd be using. Although it looks like I'm putting paint on my reference piece, it's a clear plastic palette that the paint's going onto. I'll be using my new brushes from Blick Supply, a company from Steve K, SKS Props. They have everything you need to complete all your projects. Starting with raw sienna, I utilized the pinpoints that I put in the mask to trace out the hairline. I utilized a small and large brush to put in his Morgan Freeman attributes. I used my large needle to create holes for his facial hair. I created the facial hair with small pieces of very thin wire. Attaching the facial hair with hot glue. I brightened the teeth with a little titanium white, and then I put a little scarlet red and yellow ochre inside the mouth. I used orange and vermilion red to brighten the gum line between the top inner teeth. And a little more titanium white on the teeth. I carefully paint the pupils black. I touch up the black paint on the neck piece to cover up the overspray. Then I brighten up the membranes inside the mouth. I place some highlights on the black neck piece with some gray paint. I'm cutting a couple of pieces to get a more defined webbing between the top and lower mandibles. This should have been done a little early in the process, but when you're freelancing the bill, you have to make some adjustments as you go along. We're really close to the end in this build, and I'm hoping to finish it up in this video. Originally, I was thinking it may take several videos. Okay, that looks a lot better. Now I'll just have to touch up the paint to make it match the rest of the face. I'm darkening up the edges of the hairline to make it look a little more realistic. Blotting the wet paint with tissue softens up some of the brush marks. His widow's peak was looking a little low to me, so I'm gonna raise that up a bit. Time to get started on the dreads. When I spray painted these black, they started to separate at the seams. They were put together with spray adhesive, but I'm going to use contact cement to reseal the seams. Before attaching the dreads, I'm utilizing some Romex wire. I'm going to separate the strands of the wire and push them down the core of the dreads. This way I could easily manipulate them into different shapes. First, get the wire as straight as possible so you can fish them directly down the center. Be careful not to have them poke through the outside. It's fairly easy to push the wire through the foam core without pre-drilling. I'm using my punch set to poke holes in the head to attach the dreads. The largest punch that I have is a little smaller than the diameter of the dreads, but that's going to work to our advantage. The soft foam core of the dreads will squeeze in easily and then expand out to help hold it in. And that's in addition to the contact cement. Attach the dreads, allowing a 1/4 inch to extend past the inside of the mask. I'm punching 5 holes on each side of the mask, using longer dreads as it gets higher on the head. I bend the wire at the base of the dreads to get that downward curvature of the hair. To make sure the dreads stay in place, I seal them from the inside with hot glue. I covered the protruding pieces of dreads from the inside with some foam clay to keep it from scratching my face as well as making it look a little better. But later I had to remove a small section of the foam clay because I forgot to put the head strap on. I sprayed the inside of the mask with some spray adhesive so I could attach a tulle fabric. I thought it would act as a screen for the eyes, but it's just much too light. I'll still have to get some screen material. As I stated earlier, I had to remove some of the foam to attach the head strap. I attached the head strap with crazy glue, then I replaced the foam. We're in the final stages of this project. All I have to do now is touch up the dreads with some black paint and put the hair bands on. For the hair bands, I cut some 2mm foam 1 by 2.5 inches. I painted half of them silver and the other half gold. I alternately attached 2 bands to each dread using contact cement. And this project is complete. So don't forget to like, share, comment, press that bell notification for our next project, and please subscribe to the channel.